Hey there. After reading your responses for week 3, I just thought it might be a little bit easier to record some thoughts, feedbacks for myself, personal experiences on what you guys had to say. And all three of you had some great responses and responses to each other. Um, good insight into what your districts are doing, what you feel. Changes of opinion, which is a good thing. You know, sometimes when you're looking up this stuff, you get different feelings and stuff like that. And it's great to see, what some of you thought was good use of cell phone usage. One website that was brought up, the texting for your assessments, chances are that was pollanywhere.com. That's a common website that schools use for summative. Some are paying for the formative or the summative assessment piece, get a little bit more information, really dive in. But most schools are using it for formative because that's the free, cheap version. It's set up, done real fast, things like that. The thing is, we're seeing that more and more. I mean, there's things like Poll Anywhere, another site, Schoology will do things like that. Smart, one of you mentioned you have a smart board. The new version of Smart Notebook will actually turn any web-enabled device into an assessment device. But we're seeing that with all different types of systems and websites and things. So those are just a couple examples. Looking ahead, we're talking about the one-to-one, and that's a tricky situation. I rolled out a one-to-one for 1,100 kids, and it's successful. But one quote that was really important that was said was, I agree, technology should not be teaching your kids. That should not be a big focus. But it's there to enhance the lesson. And it was said, technology does not need to be in the hands of kids 24/7. But the key that was said in one of the posts was they should at least have access to the information, and that's key. That was a big thing we worked with our teachers, because my teachers thought, I got to find ways to integrate this tablet and this netbook every single period, every single minute of the day, and that's not true. It's the idea that you plan your lessons around the technology being available, but you don't have to use it. But when you do need it, it's there. And then the issue came up about, what about the kids at home? We want to bring homework home. That is an issue, but my school district of 1,100 kids was 98% free and reduced. We only could charge fees to 20 kids in that whole building. So that was always an issue. But the thing is, if you put the importance of technology, studies have shown parents will find the technology. They will get the internet. They'll buy devices, programs like Comcast. I mean, Comcast has a deal for low-income families for $10 a month. They have an high-speed internet when most people are paying around $50 or $60 for it. And you can even get a computer from them for $200. But there are things like libraries, families, friends, and the thing is, not to downplay any kids or, things like that, but, it's the idea that you can offer them an alternative. You say, okay, everybody's going to do a book trailer. But if you don't have a computer and don't want to do the book trailer, that's fine. You can do a poster. I'll tell you right now, when I've seen and done examples like that, the kids turn right around and they find a way to do it through technology. And it's not because they're ashamed or embarrassed. It's they want to use it. So they find ways. And it's not 100% in every case, but it's true in a lot of cases. Another thing I want to bring up is, the MP3 players. I like to see some of you are using it as a reward and things like that in the podcasting. But I'll tell you, one way you could use MP3 players in a classroom, especially in a special needs environment, is things like reading fluency. Have the kids reading into a computer and listening to that audio back. Sometimes can help kids drastically. You got things like that. There's Podcaster U. That you can get through iTunes or Podcast University, sorry, which is a lot of educational podcasts and audio files. So, a lot of that's really good. And, audio is a huge part of the class. And, it's a great group work, great collaborative environment situation. And the other thing is, too, big with Common Core. Podcasting fits a lot of the Common Core standards. So, things to look at. So, keep up the good work. You guys are doing great. Like I said, great feedback, and we're all in sync now. So I look forward to working with you in week 4 and talk to you again in a couple of days. Thanks.